Happens if I take it before I drink?
Well, first of all, it's an after alcohol aid, so you're supposed to take it after drinking. So the reason is you have two active ingredients in here that do most of the heavy lifting. You have dihydroamycretin and you have cysteine. Specifically, when we look at dihydroamycretin, what it's going to help with is the GABA rebound. So obviously, alcohol doesn't make you feel good because it's dehydrating. No, it has a depressant effect because it binds to a specific receptor in your brain called GABA, and this makes you feel relaxed, carefree, and generally good. But what goes up must come down, and so when it leaves your bloodstream, you go into a state of rebound. And the dihydroamycretin in Cheers will actually bind to the same brain receptor that alcohol binds to, and by doing so, it'll actually buffer this rebound so that you sleep better and feel better the next day. Now, typically in the United States, most people's last drink is going to be their peak blood alcohol concentration. So if you're trying to buffer GABA rebound, then what you want to do is administer Cheers with your last drink so that as the alcohol is leaving your bloodstream, the DHM is going into your bloodstream, binding to these receptors and buffering that rebound. The same thing is also true for L-cysteine. In theory, you could potentially take this before drinking, but honestly, it's just as effective when you take it with your last drink or after your last drink. And what it's going to do is bind to acetaldehyde, form a non-toxic compound called MTCA, and that ultimately takes some of the burden off of your liver when it comes to processing acetaldehyde, so you can get it out of your system faster, get exposed to less of this toxic byproduct of alcohol, and together, this means you basically sleep better and feel better the next day. That's why we call it an after alcohol aid, and that's why we recommend that you administer it with your last drink or as close to your last drink as possible.